Hey, this Sheen over now. I'm gonna slide you to the side. I'm not used to this right now yet, but how should I say? Let me slide this back. Sorry, y'all. And dealing with racism in this country, it is, how should I say? It's like I'm always bombarded with racism. Now so much so that I've moved up north and I was down south. I was just like, dang, really, y'all? Really? This is how we get down? But the thing is, I don't think everybody understands the impact of racism to a certain degree. And then it's just like sometimes I don't even think that people understand when they're saying racist comments that they're making racist comments or how hurtful it could be. But it's just like with me, I'm always kind of like very open and receptive to people because, sometimes people need to express themselves. So I'm like, all right, whatever have you, but just let it be known when you say something out your mouth, I might just be saying something else too. But other than that, racism is a part of the series. I'll talk about this from time to time because I usually get hit with so much stuff and I'm just like, this ain't even my stuff. Like, yo, I am okay with me. And that's one of the things that I find that some people that are racist, they always try to make you feel a certain way about yourself. And, they try to impose something on you that, does not have anything to do with you. Because, people look at me and automatically think, oh, just because I'm black or I'm dark, that I don't really have intelligence or anything like that. And I'm stupid or something like that. And I'm like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. Because, I'm black and educated. I read my books. And then it's just like, I know, my own tempo. I know who I can hang out with. I know who I just don't vibe with and all this other stuff. So it's just like when people come with their racist remarks or whatever, I just look at them like they're crazy. Because at the end of the day, I'm okay with myself. You really must have something going on with you if you can't chill with yourself, because ultimately how you deal with other people shows how loving you are. It's like, where is your love at? Is it just blocked up with stuff, or are you loving other people? Are you in love with yourself? And then you have people that they say they're in love with themselves. Okay, what have you? Be you and be who you gonna be, but why bother somebody else? Why bother somebody else's happiness? Why bother somebody else's peace when you're not happy with yourself? And my main thing, I didn't know I was gonna be talking about this right now, but it's something else. Being that I'm of a dark complexion, and when it comes down to how people view me and how people, automatically think they know who I am, and this thing of, black women being bitter and all this other stuff, but I'm gonna slide y'all to the side. This thing of black women being angry and bitter and upset all the time. I was just like, first off, I don't know you. I am a bubbly person. And for a person to come and continuously tell me who I am not an angry person. I got my own anger issues or whatever, but I know how to deal with my stuff. But to sit up here and tell me that I'm angry all the time, I'm like, no. First off, being that I am who I am, I have my own personality. I have my own culture. I have raised myself to be cultured. And I'm also open. So it's just like I'm open to listening to other people's views on life. I'm open to dialogue, but it's just like when you come with the dumb stuff, when you come with trying to belittle me, trying to make me feel inferior or something like that in regards to life and just anything, I'm just gonna let you have it, because it's just like, wait a minute, I didn't bother you. I come in the essence of love, and that's one of the things that, you know, people get it twisted with black people. Like, black people are loving people, but after so much stuff that we done went through, it's just like you just gonna have it these days. It's just like it's not the same generation of people where it was back in the day. And back in the day, most of the people weren't having it either. So it's just like, I'm just not going to allow somebody to disrespect me. I'm not going to allow somebody to be mean towards me just because of, you know, how chocolatey I am. I mean, whew, I don't know why I'm going here, but I guess somebody needs to hear this. But coming up, it was hard for me being like dark. I was always like, people didn't treat me right. People always, she's so dark. Why? Can I just be a person? Can you just accept me for who I am? Can you just treat me like I treat you? Can you come at me with love, like I'm coming at you with love and stuff like that? So when times get rough and all this other stuff, you don't look at race. You don't look at what color a person is. You just look at being a human, or showing every individual love as, it is what it is. You have a mutual respect. I'm like, at the end of the day, if we both in survival mode, either we looking out for each other or we not. So, but ultimately, being that, being black sometimes, and it's just like, it's crazy right now, because I ain't saying all men are like this, but it's just like most men want light-skinned girls. Okay, you want a light-skinned girl, have your light-skinned girl. Have whatever race of woman that you want. I really don't care. That doesn't really bother me. But what bothers me is when you try to belittle me as a person, belittle me as a black woman, just based off of what you don't know, or based off of what you experienced from somebody else. It makes you really want to think again. Just like, yo, because it's just like, in the back of my mind, I just want me a chocolate drop. That's all I want out of a relationship. And you have it where you say so much derogatory stuff. And, we hear so much derogatory stuff in the music, in like videos, you looking at TV, it's always somebody different. It's not a black on black relationship. And if it is, it's always some type of drama or something like that. And then it's just like, when it comes down to, being black, like chocolate, either you are like, oh, okay, you're good enough to look at, or you're good enough to have sex with, and that's it. And like, wait a minute, I'm good enough to have a relationship with someone. I'm good enough to be a loving wife, a loving spouse, a loving lover. And don't get it twisted. Just because a lot of guys or whoever want to lay out the carpet for the next race or the next person, I deserve just as amount of love as anybody would. But it's just like, I'm not going to tell you to love me how I feel that I want to be loved, because ultimately, I don't think I said that right. How you love somebody is how you love somebody. How you respect somebody is how you respect. I'm not going to force somebody to love me that don't want to love me. And that's the main thing. A lot of women, and regardless of race or whatever complexion, when you see a person not loving you, not honoring you how you supposed to be honored, it's time for you to leave. And the main thing with me is just like, I'm not going to force anyone to love me. If you gonna love somebody, you gonna love somebody. If you gonna honor somebody, you gonna honor somebody. And it's just like, it gets me sometimes. Sorry y'all for this rant, but I just have to go there because it's a lot of propaganda going out there about how women should look, this, that, and such. And I see different cultures from different backgrounds, how certain men treat their women. If that man done made his life purpose or his life commitment to be with you, regardless of if you get fat or if you gain some extra weight or if you slim down or something like that, if that man say he loves you, he ultimately loves you. And then it's just like, everybody is different. And I was just like, there's nobody out here. It's like a lot of people are playing these games like, oh, I could have this one, I could have that one, I could have this one. And you got to get to a point where this stuff is getting too old. You getting too old for this stuff. You getting too old for this BS, because at a certain time, you going to want to settle down with somebody, but you done had all these people, you done played around in the field, and then it's just like, nobody ain't going to take you serious anymore because you haven't matured. And then it's just like, I know I was at a point where I was immature. I was naive at certain points in my life. But y'all looking around, y'all want all this and all this from these women. And nowadays, a lot of women ain't taking no crap. So you can't automatically say, oh, it's just because this is just because that. Now, I'm going to give you a little snippet of my life. One portion of my life, it hurt to hear this guy say I was black, so I wouldn't understand what he was going through. And I was just like, dang, he took it there. If you didn't want to be in a relationship with me, just go ahead and let me know that you didn't want to be in a relationship with me. But to say that because I'm black, just to say that because I'm black, I wouldn't understand. And I'm just like, not everybody identifies themselves as African American. You have some African Americans that are darker than me, that or mixed or whatever, that have Native American backgrounds. And I'm okay with that. I respect and honor that. But I'm just like, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, people look at me and you just the same way, and they will treat you the same way. So when a person come out their mouth and say something like that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, why is it always got to be me being black? Why is it always got to be me not understanding stuff? And I'm just like, black people went through enough struggle as it is in life and whatever. But to each their own. And it is what it is at the end of the day. People gonna be people, but hey, this Shishi. Oh my gosh, did you push that like and subscribe button? Did you subscribe? Did you push the like button, sugar? You know, it is what it is. I'm over here doing my little thing, trying to be on these YouTube streets. But you know, it is what it is. If you like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing, or if you want to hear something else, or if it's something that you want me to talk about, let me know. She ran out. Like and subscribe.